Welcome to The Rite of Passage with Vanessa Riley, the podcast where storytelling meets passion and every page turns into a new adventure. I'm your host, Vanessa Riley, and together we'll dive deep into untold histories, reflect on current events through a historical lens, share behind-the-scenes writing insights, and explore the ups and downs of the author's journey. From rich historical novels to unforgettable characters to pop culture's intrusion on the written word, hey, we're going to explore it all. So grab your pen, your notebook, and let's begin our journey through the written word. Let's start your rite of passage. Who are you checking on? I spent Labor Day Eve with my family. It was great catching up, finding out how everyone's doing, whether they got the job they wanted, how things are going at work, how far they've come toward their goals. We talked about houses, kids, fences, life. It felt good to just soak in family. The pandemic robbed us of something priceless. Time spent seeing and being part of each other's lives. And I'll be honest, I internalized that separation. I grew incredibly comfortable in my own home, never leaving my Zoom or desktop computer. I'm happy working, wrapped up in the fantasy worlds of the books I write. I call myself an introverted extrovert, or maybe an extroverted introvert. Put me on a stage with a mic and I'll light up. I'll beam with energy and exhibit such showmanship. But catch me at home with a hazelnut latte in one hand, a phone to scroll in the other, wearing my robe, bonnet, and slippers. I am happy. And in the dead of night, I find peace listening to a book or watching a cooking show. Right now, I get happy watching with Love Megan. The show is warm and comfortable. Megan is gorgeous and thoughtful. She shows us aspirational bits of the soft life, and I think we all want it. I dream of being the hostess who can make her guests feel comfortable, light up with a simple gesture that shows she's thinking about them. I love the idea of small gestures. I like the list of new foods that I'll try and make, including slow cooker apple butter. If you know me, I'm a slow cooker girly. I can do real damage with any one of my mini slow cookers or crock pots I own. Back to the point. My crock pots are inside. I love to cook for people inside. Being inside, that kind of comfort is seductive. And it can trick us into forgetting that life is happening beyond the TV and kitchen, right outside our doors. Life is out there. People are laughing, crying, hurting, losing, winning, all outside our walls. And it's worth checking in on people in all those moments. Then Monday, I stopped by the Bookworm bookstore in Powder Springs to check on Julia, my friend and the wonderful bookstore owner. She's juggling so much right now, staff changes, city ordinances, personal losses. It felt good to laugh with her, to commiserate, to talk about challenges in the book industry, and to admire the many beautiful books on the shelves. Inside her store, there's joy and love. But outside her walls, businesses are shuttered, city plans are in flux, and simple things like parking becomes. It reminds me that every business, every shop front has real people inside, living, breathing, working hard to create a life they love. They're under threat by higher costs and by the changing ways Americans work and live. Change that may have taken decades is here now. Without safety nets, folks are waking up to layoffs and losses of resources. I told you recently about AI infiltrating the family group text. Well, AI is taking entry-level jobs, software programming jobs, and more. In 8 months, things shifted. They are not going to shift back. These disruptions means we need to check on each other more than ever. If you're not inclined to drive to a golf course, to hang out, or to throw a huge dinner for folks to come and sit a spell, you can find other ways to check in. The group text is a great way. Checking in can be a morning prayer, a parable of encouragement, or even sending Instagram reels back and forth. A funny reel says, "I wanted to make you laugh today." An encouraging one says, "You matter to me, and I thought about you." A messy one says, "I'm messy and you are too." All of this doesn't take much time, just a couple of minutes, but it can mean everything. As we head toward fall, winter, and even the end of the year, I feel very reflective. And I'm not blind to the pain and uncertainty all around us. People are hurting. Some are failing. The struggle is very real, which makes checking in even more important. I don't want to be so busy that I forget the people around me. I don't want to lose empathy. And yes, I still wrestle with it for people, for systems, for situations that caused harm. On social media, I see rumors and chaos, and I understand the temptation to root for that chaos. But we need to resist. We can't lose our humanity. We have to believe in our better angels. We must hold on to the faith that this too shall pass, whether or not we're doom scrolling through the night. And while we wait for brighter days, we can do the simple, most powerful thing. Check in. Send the note. Make the call. Get out the house. Share a belly-rocking laugh. Love out loud. When we check on each other, we remind ourselves and the world that we are in this race together. And we need to pull up those close to us so we can all win. This week, I picked a few books to help us check in. Big Friendship, How We Keep Each Other Close, by Anutu Sao and Anne Friedman. This book focuses on the work and joy of sustaining deep friendships. The Light We Carry, I've recommended that before. I cannot recommend it enough. The Light We Carry by Michelle Obama. This book showcases resilience, community, and holding on to hope in difficult times. A little bit of fiction here. An American Marriage by Tayari Jones. This work of fiction explores family, separation, resilience, and the bonds that keep us checking on each other, even in hard times. Between Two Kingdoms by Sluka Jawad. This memoir offers reflections on illness, survival, and rediscovering connection after isolation. This week, I'm highlighting The Bookworm through their website and bookshop.org. The pre-order campaign has begun. Get collector cards for Pirates in Fire, Sword, and Sea. Help me build momentum for this historical fiction. Please spread the word and pre-order this disruptive narrative about lady pirates in the 1600s. This sweeping saga releases January 13th, 2026. The link on my website shows retailers that are in on the campaign. Get collector cards while supplies last. And you can find my notes on Substack or on my website, vanessariley.com, under the podcast link in the About tab. Enjoying the vibe? Go ahead and like this episode and subscribe to Rite of Passage so you never miss a moment. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you'll come again. This is Vanessa Riley.